Welcome to space. Here we are at the Evomorph on the USS Konrad. We're going to take Jenette in here. She is a powerhouse. I love having so many hit points. That's great. 7 hit points. And only needs to rescue 4 people to get out. So that's going to be awesome. We have the Evomorph starting out as a hatchling here, where it does 10 damage if it can get to us, but it only has 4 hit points to start. So I'm all about that. Bloodlust, of course, is going to start at 0, so let's get into the setup. The only special, remember, there's all kinds of weird setup stuff here. Place the evolution card. It's all these extra cards here. Ambush cards are something that are, very special to the Evomorph, of course. And then on the USS Konrad, we have the key cards and the super loader. So I'm going to place the super loader in the hangar where it starts over here. We have us starting with 1 key card. Here's the super loader card. Here's all the maintenance cards for things that we can power up. The key cards are going to come out on the map. There's 2, so there's 2 cards here. This is a tight, there's a lot going on this map, so there's a lot in front of us, so I had to kind of shift things around, so hopefully this is okay. So let's get started. Yeah, baby, look at that. Whew, starting with a flamethrower. I can dig it. And it's in the armory. Nice. I like it. All right. The remote beacon in the mess hall, of course. That seems like something that, people would leave and forget about in the mess hall while they're eating. Take it out of their pocket and put it on the table. And remote access. During the action phase, you may move any key card on the board to either another maintenance shaft or a maintenance card. Oh, that's super good. Okay. All right, well, I really like our items today. That's kind of a change. It feels like I don't like the items so often. Like, I keep getting, like, the knife, and it's like, hey, the knife is good. Believe me, that knife has won me some games. But a flamethrower is even better, right? Sometimes it feels good to get some good items. All right, let's see here. We're going to put 2 people way out here. Oh, look at that. 4 people in the hangar. That's going to be a great way to evacuate a bunch of people, to rescue some victims early. Or not about early, I'm pretty far away, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. Then I'd have to go 6, 7 to take them all back in here. Oh, even better, there's one right by me. How about 1 space? Now we just need some cooperation. Look at somebody in the armory too. Needs some cooperation in the dice department, and we're in business. I think that's it. Looks good. Alright, so now the event card, Cluttered Shafts. When moving, you may move through an inactive maintenance shaft at the cost of 1 life. Victims cannot follow you if you move in this manner. That's really good, right? Because Jenette has so many hit points, we can just kind of go through the shafts without having to use our... I mean, we have 1 card, so we may as well use it, but, in a pinch... God, and we start right next to the... Ooh, that's good. All right, well, let's see here. So, cluttered shafts. Is that it? Is that all the setup? I think so. Okay. Let's see how this is going to go. Oh, one thing I want to clarify right off the top, and boy, do I wish I knew this a little bit ago. I found that there is an official FAQ out there, and one of the questions I had, I just copied this out of the Google document. All of the rest of this is pretty straightforward, but it's the well, first of all, look at that. Can the flamethrower be used through an open maintenance shaft? Yes, that's good to know, right? Because now the spaces are now adjacent, and since the flamethrower can be used at 0 to 1, it may be used to attack an enemy in the same or adjacent space. Enemies don't move through a maintenance shaft even if it's open. But the important thing to me that I didn't know, and I had to, this is what sent me on this journey, was the very last line there. Does the closest space to me include the space I am in? Yes. And that's important to note, because you're going to be placing these little X tokens all over the place, well, hopefully anyway, and you are in your closest space, so that's a good thing to know. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to escape somebody right away. We're gonna try. I get 2 dice, right? We start at 4 horror. Let's see what happens. Come on, at least 1 success. Nope, we get nothing, huh? Well, I guess it can't hurt. Weak attack and short rest. That's going to give me 1 success. That's going to cost 1 time to walk in here and use the escape pod to rescue somebody. So we can lower the horror already, and we know that I like doing that. So I think that's kind of a no-brainer. We can move 1 space, which just puts us back in the mess hall, which is great, but whatever. Take a search card. We are right next to the mess hall, so we could pick up that remote beacon immediately. Oh God, take any top item card. We could just We could just take it. Oh, we could take the flamethrower out of the armory? Hold the phone. We're not close enough to the guy to need a flamethrower, but I like being able to just steal it out of nowhere and just pull it out of my backpack. Take any top item card? That's powerful. Let's take a search card, though. I only say that because we're right by the mess hall, right? Like, if we pass through it, we can grab a remote beacon and then take the flamethrower later, which is way over here. Okay, let's give that a try. I mean, it's a plan. I need to have a plan going into this. One success on a walk. That's good enough for what we're trying to do, right? We're just trying to get back into the mess hall so that we can roll a search. I mean, we got a free search, right? What harm is in taking a free... Oh, God. Taking a free remote beacon. Now, we could take that beacon right now. I think I'm not going to take it for free. So, what happens if we fail? Take the... +2 horror. Oh, God, we take a horror anyway? No, I can't do it. I can't add horror. I hate that more than anything. So we're going to drop... And we're already, only 2 away. So if we drop this, we're going to have no cards. So for 1 success, that's 1 time. We only have 3 times next time. Take the top item card. But now we have a beacon that we didn't have before. I don't know if that's good or worth what it just cost us, because we're in trouble now. So we only have 3 points. So let's get a move on. Let's take sprint and close call, I guess. Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and put all this back. That's weird having a search on turn 1. Okay, and our remote beacon, that is really handy. It is a single-use thing, though. Well, we drop it, and then if the killer moves into that space, it goes away. But they target the beacon instead of whatever, so that's cool. Okay, so great. This thing is going to start, and it's going to run right into the nearest victim, which is only 1 space away, and it can only move 1 space, and kill somebody on turn 1. Fabulous. That's going to up this bloodlust, cause it to morph into a youngling, and it says, okay, so it evolved, and then it says, upon evolving, vanish. So it's like already gone. So on turn 1, this thing is off the map, and great. Now we're just like stuck here on this ship. Okay, so then panic phase, nothing happens. Upkeep phase, nothing happens. Back to us, all we can do is run around. So let's see how that goes for us, since I only have 1 shot. Oh, God. All right, let's drop close call. Are you serious? So we can't sprint. We can... This is so stupid. So we can take a damage to move up to 1 space and cost 2 time. 1, 2. So we're gonna move into the bridge. I mean, I can't do anything, and we have 2 time to spend. So we're gonna get all of our cards back. And I mean, do we just take another? Well, this thing could jump out at us at any minute. No, let's. You know what? I don't want to neglect these special cards. They're in the game for a reason, right? So maybe that's what we take. Boom. We take a scan and a reroll here. A close call. I don't think it's the best plan, but it's... So here's my thinking. If we can duck through... Oh, I need to take a damage for the maintenance shaft because of that. Cluttered shafts, it's not open yet. I didn't spend my token on it, I think. Which is... Well, if we're going to come down to the armory anyway... It doesn't cost us any time to open that, which might be kind of handy down the road. Well, we have the hit points now, and we have our rest card back, so I think we're okay. Okay, so now, since this thing has disappeared, I mean, we did nothing. We walked 1 space and took 2 damage on our turn, so it goes back to the Evomorph, and now since they're vanished, they draw this as a youngling, which says that's fabulous. 1, 2, horror. 1, 2, 3, horror. Wow. So now we only get 1 die. It's going to be that kind of game, huh? All right, so panic, upkeep, and then back to action phase. So it's back to us. So we desperately need 1 star on a focus roll. There, God. Okay, so there's that, -1 time. That at least gets us back to 2 dice. So I guess we try it again. All right, there it is. I don't like it, but it's what we got. That was an expensive card for us. Okay, so we can try to walk, I guess. Let's try to walk. We can walk one space for one time, so let's pass through... Oh, since we're there, we're going to spend one time to take a key card, by the way. I forgot it was sitting there. And then we're going to take a damage to walk through the vent. I guess I'm okay with it, right? I mean, what else do? We need to get out here. So let's do it again. 2 dice on a walk. Well, give me 2 successes, please. Dang! All right. Is that what we do? Is that what we do? Do we ditch every card? It seems like a not great thing to do. So we could roll the dice, but then we lose more time. And I don't want to go into next round not having anything going for us. We do have that remote beacon, but that also costs 2 time to put down as well. And the reason why I'm so into the idea of moving 2 spaces is that gets us right where I want to be. You know what? I think we're doing it. I think we're going to take all 4 cards to get 2 successes on a walk, which is going to cost us 1 time and move 2 spaces. But we can go 1 and 2 to the escape pod, right? And then we pop these guys out, right? We go, there's -1 horror. Take any top item card. Ooh, do we just take remote access now? No, because I don't trust this game. Let's take the flamethrower. That uses 2. Oh, it's only a 2-use thing. It does 3 damage, though. That thing is burly, but it does damage to everybody. So all damage must be distributed evenly between victims, enemies, and you in that order in the space that's attacked. And then this says move 1 space. So, oh yeah, well, let's go to the storage then, right? Let's go to the storage then. Or do we go into the furnace? We're not going to have any time, so let's go into the furnace. And the reason why I'm going to use that to go into the furnace is because we can activate this. Place a key card on this card when you take it. During the action phase, you may place a key card on the maintenance card or adjacent, but it doesn't require any time. So we can turn on this incinerator, which won't hurt us or victims following us, but it will hurt victims if they go in there by themselves. Because if this thing jumps out of the bowels of the ship, I want it to take some damage. And we're actually burning through our health. I don't like that at all. Okay. Is that where we are? That's where we are. And we have 1 point. So I'm going to have, oh god, just a close call. I have no cards. So that was... We're going to have a null turn, essentially, here next time, I guess, right? So, oh, scan goes up here, walk, focus. Yeah, so now it's going to draw an ambush card. Oh, this is awful. So it just, wow, just like that. Boom, boom, it evolved to Bloodlust. Just like that, it evolves into the adult. Now it has 10 hit points, so now we're going to add... Oh my gosh, look at this. So there we go. There's a giant pile of hit points now. 3, 6, 9, and 10. Reveal the dark power. This says, when revealed, place the... Oh no. When revealed, place the Evomorph in the closest space to you without an X. So that's the space I'm in. And then whenever you damage the Evomorph in your space, take a damage. We got acid blood. So that's, yes, it's why I wanted that X in there, man. Oh, now it's just sitting on us. And then our turn comes up, and I literally have 1 card, so I do nothing. But I do have 6 points to spend, and all these 6 cards. So we have 7 cards, right? We have 7 cards, and 6 points to spend. Now... And I don't want to drop the remote beacon now because it won't do any good because I'm in the same space with it and I can't get out. I want to drop the remote beacon later and then move out, and we have walking cards to be able to do that. So, is our best bet to take something to defend ourselves with? Because it's going to attack us, right? I mean, we're in here with it. So maybe we take, I mean, we're going to take damage unless we get lucky on a guard roll. But then... Oh, we can take Retaliate and Guard. Okay, so let's do that. Let's take Retaliate and Guard. That's only 6 points, and that's what we have. Okay. So then I can just guard, and I don't want to hurt myself is the problem. Okay, so now we're useless. God, maybe it's not such a bad idea to hurt myself now while we can keep this thing under control. So, oh, it's not attacking me, it's attacking a victim. Oh no. So it's going to move 2 spaces. Oh, that's a bummer. And it's going to go 1, 2, and kill this guy now. Because it moves 2 spaces, which is going to up the Bloodlust again. And then it's going to draw a terror card for the first time. Oh yeah, this is the card I needed. So it's going to attack the nearest final girl or victim. And that's me, right? Because I'm only 2 spaces away. And it is now up here. And then... Oh, wait. When it appeared, the incinerator was turned on. Hold on a second. We get to burn this guy, hopefully. We rolled a 2, so it's going to take 2 damage. 1, 2. So that's okay, right? Because it appeared. Okay. When it drew that, and then it drew that. And it appeared. And then our turn was nothing. And then it moved over here. And then it drew this. Okay, so this is maybe not awful, because then it says, walk 2 spaces to me, which means it comes back into the incinerator. I'm doing it. It doesn't say it goes away. It doesn't say it, like, turns off. 2, so another 2 points of damage. Okay, fire. We're going to use all the fire. But then here's the downside of this, right? It's going to attack me 2 times, and that means I'm going to hurt myself. Oh, gosh. And then it disappears, which is crazy. Okay, so I guess we guard the first one, and it's going to do 3 damage to me now. Fabulous. Oh, come on, man. Let's get rid of... Well, we know it's disappearing, so maybe we can get rid of weak attack and... God, I can't believe we failed that. Well, maybe we just eat the damage. Maybe we just fail a guard roll and take 2 damage. I can't do anything better. Okay, and then its second attack on me, I guess that, well, maybe it worked out. I mean, we have retaliate. If we can get 2 successes on this, it's still 2. Oh no. I can't afford to take the guard hit because, so I do have to pay 2 cards. It doesn't matter. So let's get rid of weak attack and a walk, I guess, so that we have 1 success on a guard. So that way, instead of taking 2 damage, we only take the 1, because we need to be able to survive a retaliate. Yeah, I guess so. Okay, so now it's going to attack me a second time. Whenever you damage the Evomorph in your space. Oh no. So wait a minute. Technically, the fire damaged it, right? It says whenever you damage the Evomorph in your space, take a damage. I didn't damage it. It says whenever you damage the Evomorph. It doesn't say when the Evomorph takes damage. So that's a really interesting thing. So let's say, because I'm going to die right here and now, because if I take 2 damage from both times it got hit by the incinerator, then I have to retaliate. So I don't take any damage from it. Oh, I don't have to use the flamethrower, though. I can just punch it for 1. 2. Because if I hit this thing for 5, it takes 3 damage, but I take 2 and I die. And I don't want to die, so I guess we don't use the flamethrower. I mean, is that an option to not use it? Damage, let's see, all damage must be... I mean, I don't have to, I don't think. I don't have to use it. So let's just say that we don't, and we just... Oh, but we're going to take the damage anyway. Because if we hit with the... Oh, we're going to die. Okay, so we're using the flamethrower. I mean, it's not going to do me any good. Right? So now we did 5 damage, and it's going to be distributed evenly. So it's going to take 3. I'm going to take 3. And die. No, I'm not. Oh my god, wait, but that actually works out. I live, holy smokes, I live with because I don't take the damage. And it immediately ends the killer phase. Oh, no way. That was the only situation that would have worked out. Otherwise, I would have died because of the acid damage. So now the question becomes, how does the order of that work, right? Like, so if I hit it with the flamethrower with retaliate, bam, for 5 damage, but I have to split it evenly because we're standing on each other. So then it takes the 3, I take the 2, I flip my thing and it ends, but it took damage in that space. So maybe that triggers after the 2 damage that would have killed me. I'm not sure, because it sure seems like I should take the acid damage because it still got hit. And this all hinges on whether or not the incinerator does any damage to it. Oh, that's crazy. I guess that played correctly. I mean, that's going to be one for the books, right? Oh, that's interesting too. And here, look at this. It was supposed to vanish, but when we pop this, it force ends the turn before anything else happens. So it didn't vanish. So now it would be panic phase and then us. And the downside is now that it is... Oh no, and I got rid of my weak attack. So now the downside is that we're stuck in a room with it, with no attack cards, no defense cards. Okay, so it's our turn. Oh, that got really weird. All right, so let's spend 2 time to drop the beacon. Let's just make sure the beacon is right there, just because I don't want any more of this funny business with this guy. And then we can short rest and walk. Okay, that's fine. Let's try walking first. We don't get 3 dice anymore. We only get 2. Okay. Of all the times to succeed on a walk for 2. So, wait, why am I down on my life? I didn't lose any time anywhere, right? Or not life, but time. I didn't... Okay, so it's going to cost us 1 time to walk 2 spaces. I'm only walking 1 space because I want to be near this thing still, right? I want to be right there on it. Okay, and then... Oh, I forgot. Jenette is a beast. Put 2 tracking markers on this card. When using an item with limited uses, you may use one of these markers instead. I never took those. So we can actually use our flamethrower a lot more. The problem is we don't have a way to do that. So let's heal in case this thing does another double attack on us. Ah, come on. I need to heal. I need to heal. Oh, you jerks. I don't want to spend the time. Oh, and I don't want to raise the stuff. So let's just dump both focuses for 1 success on a heal. So I heal 1 and cost 1 time. It's not great, but the problem is I have 4 points and I can't buy this back. Do we buy a guard? Because see, the problem is it won't come for us. It's gonna target this thing, right? How does this work? Whenever the killer must choose a target, it will choose the beacon instead. Oh, but the beacon's in its space. It says discard the beacon when the killer enters the space where it is covered. So then we would have not put it on us. We would have put it 1 space away in the store, like somewhere where it wouldn't go to us. Depending on where we decided to walk to, it doesn't really matter, right? Like whether that happened or this happened, we don't want it to be in the same space as us. That's the point, is to walk away from it. So, knowing that on its turn it's going to walk there and attack it. I mean, it does 3 damage, it'll kill me, so I almost have to take the guard. But at the same time, if there's not a... You know what? It's time to be bold. Because this is over. You know, there's nothing here that's going to work out if this doesn't work out. Right? Because it is a monster with too many hit points. So it's going to move on its turn. Oh, let me reset this. 6. It's going to take its turn and move up into the storage. And that's going to discard the remote beacon. And then it's going to draw a terror card, and it all depends now. Oh, no, this is not what I wanted to have happen. Look at that. When the Evomorph vanishes, perform the following killer action. So it'll attack before it leaves, but it just got more hit points. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Okay, so now it goes panic, upkeep, back to us. And I mean, we have no... I mean, we can't do anything, so we're just gonna roll Furious Strike here. And, God... There's that at the cost of 2 time. For my flamethrower, there's 1 hit. Whatever. Okay, so the flamethrower, we're going to take the little tack mark off of that, is 1 success. So 1 success on a Furious Strike is going to be 4 damage. So we're going to take these 3 away. And then we're going to take 1 more away. We're going to lower the horror. I like that. And then force end our turn. Okay, so we only have 4 points for next time. However, retaliate is on the board. Right? Is that the move, or do we take 2 guards? So the problem is he's going to come for me again. Right? Oh, we're in the same stupid situation we were in last time because of acid blood. Right? Because what's going to happen is he's going to come to... Oh, he's going to go towards a victim, not me. He went to the beacon because we had the beacon there. Okay. So retaliate is not the answer, and depending on what he draws here, or it draws here, right? So retaliate might not be the way to go. Because he's not going to come for me, chances are. How fast does he move? He moves 3. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3 to come up here. Oh, but then he's still 1, 2, 3 away from me. So depending on who it targets next, the problem is if I take retaliate, and let's say I get 2 successes with a flamethrower, I'm still taking the damage. Oh, I don't need to use the flamethrower. Because it doesn't have that many hit points, theoretically. Okay, so retaliate is the answer if it comes for us. That's the key right there. But we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. And the only reason we can even use the flamethrower again is because of this guy, right? Or, these guys, her little special power here. Okay, so we're done. So it's going to take 3 steps, 1, 2, 3, towards the nearest victims. It's going to attack and kill nothing, and then it's going to draw a terror card, which says... Oh, wait a second. Before we draw that, it went through the furnace, didn't it? It went 1, 2, 3. So in the furnace... Wait a second. Oh, man. The furnace is still active. A 4 is... Oh, it's only 1 damage. Come on. Oh, man. Okay, so now... Solar interference. Remove all... What? Remove all things from the board and all maintenance cards. Remove all key cards from the board. I guess that's this and these 2. And all maintenance cards. Then roll a die for each one and place them. Okay, so we're going to roll 3 dice. Oh, I can't believe that happened. How stupid. How stupid. 1, 5, and 5. So 1 is upper left maintenance shaft. 5 and 5 are the incinerator. How funny. Okay, well, maybe that was all right. So the incinerator is still... kicking. Okay. And then, oh no. Okay. And then it targets the nearest 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, man. So, unfortunately, it's going to target the nearest victim or final girl, and we are both in range, and it's going to default to the victims, which means it goes way far away. 1, 2, 3. That is a bummer, and it's going to kill one of these people, which is, of course, going to raise that, which, of course, raises the horror. Oh, and it's way too far away from me now. Oh, I was really not expecting that to happen. We can't even get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces away. Yeah, we can't even get there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. Well, that's interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, it's so dumb. Okay, there's so much dumb happening here right now. This is. Okay, so. Let's see about... This is not going at all like how I wanted it to go. Although I think the only reason we're even keeping it together is because of Jenette's massive hit point pool, which I almost feel like we should really focus on getting that back up to speed. Maybe we just take a long rest because all these people are as good as dead. Oh, man, and we know some pain is coming because the horror is about to raise because this thing is just going to sit there and slaughter these victims. Okay, so maybe it's time to refocus our thoughts here. And we have the game, you only get 8 terror cards, but it works out because you have so many ambush cards. So let's think, how are we going to handle this? What do we do? Do we just let all these people die? I mean, I kind of don't care. The furnace is still active. I'm sitting in a decent spot to just kind of camp out, right? So maybe we work on our focuses and our short rests, or if we can walk into its space... No, there's too many people there. Our flamethrower will kill it. We don't need a flamethrower to kill it. We just need a weak attack and then that to not be damaged, right? Or hit points, I mean. We need its final token to not keep it alive. But all that hinges on me getting a lot of successful rolls, which is just, it hasn't been happening today, right? So let's see what focus will do for us. Yeah, I kind of don't care. Like, the incinerator is our friend, right? The incinerator is doing God's work here for us. It's just hanging out. So let's get rid of walk and walk for 2 successes on a focus. That gives us extra time even. And let's do that again. I don't care. I want, and I'm rolling 3 dice, remember, because of this here. I don't care. Let it kill the people. If we can lower the horror... I was going to heal myself, but maybe who cares? Weak attack and short rest 2 for 2 successes on a focus is going to be +2 time again and -1 horror again, and that works out because now we have 10 points and a retaliate. With 10 points and a retaliate, we can take distraction for 3, puts it at 7. We can take long rest for 5, puts it at 2. The only thing that would screw us here is if it drops on our head. So what if we take 2 scan cards for our last 2 points, right? Okay. All right. I mean, it's a little weird, but I don't know what else to do. And I feel pretty good just turtling over here. I don't care. I got my power. So let's get these people dead. So it's going to attack. It's going to kill somebody else. It's going to go up 1 more. It's going to draw a terror. Oh, it's going to run out of terror cards, though. It came out of the shadow. Oh, here we go. Yeah, that's bad, because now what happens is it just killed 2 more people. It's going to go all the way to maximum, which raises the horror 2 more, and then it vanishes, and that's what I wanted to not happen. Okay, so there we are. But, I mean, that's why we took the scan cards, right? That's why we took the scan card. So panic phase happens, upkeep phase happens. It's our turn. Dang, I was really hoping to get more, a little bit more mileage out of distraction. Okay, so let's just see what happens. We still get 3 dice. Unbelievable. I was really hoping for at least 1 success there. And I really need all this other stuff to happen. So... this is going to be not great, but I'm going to try it. I've never done this before. I'm going to spend the 4 time to lower the horror by 1. I don't think I've ever done that. And then we're going to hit long rest, because we need some more HPs. 3 successes. Oh, man, I could have used that on the next card I'm about to roll. So that's going to cost us 1 time, but we're going to heal 4. That's a better place. I'm feeling better about that. I don't think I've ever actually used long rest either. This is a heck of a turn. All right, because now I can take the damage. Oh, yeah, this is sweet. Let's do that. 1 success on a scan. Let's read this now. So place an X in my space and lower the horror by 1. Right? That's what that says. We could have done a 2 success. Oh, well, I'm sorry. That was only 1 success, so I don't lower the horror. 1 success. Okay, and lower the... Okay. All right, so now, do we try it again? I think why not, right? 1 success. Oh, so that's a bummer. I was really hoping for something else, but okay. 1 success, place an X in your space, which you can't do, but it's going to cost me 1 time. So we have 0 time to spend. We can take all of our free cards back. We're going to put the scans back, the long rest back, the distraction back. Oh, distraction goes down here. And then... we're going to reset our time and draw an ambush. Oh, no. I'd never flipped this over, so let's see what happens. Well, we haven't drawn an adult card yet. I just forgot to do it. Okay, great. So it's going to raise the horror and lower our time. This is just not being nice to our horror this game. But it only has 1 hit point, so you know what? Bring it on, pal. Okay, so that's all it does, though. So here we are with nothing to do but hang out. The resting does us no good. I want to keep all these cards. I don't really want to walk anywhere. I don't really want to go anywhere. I just want to push the horror down. So let's roll for a focus, because I want to roll as many dice as possible when this jerk comes forth. So look, now I get 3 successes. All right, so there's... Oh, wait a minute. Before he vanished, he would also have walked over here and killed one more person, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I forgot he does... Oh, no, he wouldn't have. Where did I get that information from? I think I got that from that card we got rid of. Yeah, we don't have that anymore. Okay, so 3 successes on a focus. It's -1 horror, +2 time. That puts us back to 6 because of that jerk. Alright, then we're going to do focus again. 1 success, that's good enough. I'm just trying to push this horror down now, because I think we're in a good spot, especially with an X on our spot, right? Because this thing could drop... Well, it could drop in the storage, but I kind of like the idea of it dropping in the furnace and getting burned. Alright, so let's stop, because none of this is going to do me any good now. And let's... no. Okay, so we need to take... We have 5 points. So let's take at least 1 scan. Perhaps we take a distraction for 3 and a close call for 1. That spends our last 4 points. So we will reset. How many cards do we have now? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Evomorph's turn. They are going to draw an adult ambush card. Oh my god! And raise the horror again. Not doing the thing. Not doing the stuff I wanted to do. Okay. Panic. Upkeep. Back to us. I mean, buddy, I will stand here and drop scans. I will hole up in this little spot until you come for me. I am ready for it. Oh, damn. That's like the worst thing. I'm going to drop close call because I need to get... better. Okay, so that's better. So 2 successes on a scan. Maybe I should have moved. Okay, so 2 successes on a scan. I can place an X in my space, but there's already 1 there, and then lower the horror by 1, which is nice. But I could force a 3rd. Oh yeah, let's do that, right? I can force a 3rd by dumping the 2 walk cards I've been hanging on to that I'm not going to use, right? So there's a triple success on scan, which says, place the Evomorph in your space, even though there's an X there. Skip the next killer phase. Remove this card from the game. So that's from the game. It doesn't say end my turn. I'm just standing here with this guy now. And I still have... Oh, I got rid of my walks. I don't want to get rid of a walk, right? No, we want to get rid of a short rest. There we go. Okay, so that makes more sense, to not pay the walk, because we don't want to be in the same space with this stupid thing, right? Now, I think this is... I don't know, it says to put... It doesn't say anything about removing the X there. Skip the next killer phase. Okay, I don't think it's going to matter. Let's try to walk somewhere. Oh, no. Let's try to... Yeah, that's not going to matter either. Let's do... Distraction, 2 successes, hot damn. Alright, so +2 time, -2 horror. Now we're rolling 4 dice. Oh, this just got real good. Let's just see what happens. We're going to walk. Okay, 1 space, and I think we walk into the furnace. Why not? Because if it comes for me, it'll burn. Do we just shoot it with our flamethrower? Jenette's special power? I mean, if we didn't have Jenette's special power, we would have just not walked and punched it. 2 successes on a weak attack, baby! Pow! And now it comes down to this, and we don't take acid damage. Yes! That was way harder than I thought it was going to be. Wow, 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 wow. And then, I mean, if we're keeping track, we would not have this 1 little token here to keep track of the flamethrower. Man, that's a lot of fun when all of its mechanics are firing. You know, like, wow, there's a lot of stuff going on there. Interesting, it attacks the victim. That kept messing me up. I kept thinking, of course, it was coming for me, so I did not properly plan for it running away. But that kind of worked out, just holding up down there. And boy, I can't believe I don't think I've ever used the long rest card, and it saved my bacon today. That was good. And yeah, really, and scan is interesting because it would have skipped the next killer phase anyway. So let's say even I failed that last, weak attack roll and took damage. It would have been my turn again, and I would have had not a lot would have happened. I just would have had to retaliate and a focus according to the cards I have. But all right, well, hey, that was good stuff. I'm okay with this. I really liked the way that played out. I can't believe I never made it into the armory. I can't. I'm shocked. Shocked I never made it into the armory. I wanted to double check, and that I had 3 hit points because that was a game changer. Obviously, I would have lost. Solar interference. Remove all keycards from the board and maintenance cards. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that it doesn't really specify if they're in play or not. Like if it's one I opened a maintenance shaft with or one just kicking in the armory. It doesn't specify, so it just must be anywhere on the board. I just wanted to make sure I didn't mess that up. That is crazy. There's a lot going on there to keep track of whether it vanishes or not. We got really lucky in this now that I think about it, because I think it was this card. When we flipped this and found out we didn't die, it force-ended the phase, which meant it didn't disappear that time, too. I mean, and of course, we had a flamethrower, so, I mean, that's awesome. Wow. And then the incinerator did some work there, right? It did 5 of the damage for us. So, and that took, quick care of Sideswipe. Oh, yeah, that's the thing that made it disappear. Wow. All right. Another awesome feature film from Van Ryder Games. Let's take a look. I don't think I pulled this up, or if I did, I just don't remember. There it is. This is Into the Void, Final Girl. Quite fun. Legally distinct alien knockoff. Right? Pretty sweet, though. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. So we will continue on with more videos later. And remember, games are made for everyone's recreation. We'll see you later.